Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play in the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Short pass caught by Henry. And Herbert corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
The 45-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Pat O'Donnell is set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw it is Lock. Got Gordon open, completes it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
first down, Denver.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
And it's third down.
Here's Lock to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at about the 14. At the 49, 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a first carry for their fullback. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Open man, it's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, Pick out the plays that work best for you, and you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Herbert on 3rd down now. He's here. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 15-yard line.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Jerry Tillery showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
3rd down.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Taken right around the 44. A pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Oh, that's just not fair. And they're on the run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Running on first down, Eckler. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
The ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the option, here's Herbert. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, here's Herbert. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. The Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Justin Rohrwasser now for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Chargers 14. Broncos nothing. Pat O'Donnell set.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And maybe out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's Locke. And that is incomplete here. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
He just fell short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 96 yards, everything but the end zone. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. This one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. So if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They look to throw. It's locked. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And his throw here's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is taken at the 15. We'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Herbert throwing again. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Out of the gun, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Rohrwasser's kick is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustainable.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jerry Tillery able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's 2nd down.
On 2nd down. It's Gordon, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Lock going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open
receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Let's take it up around the 40. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Going on the ground with Eckler. He's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Eckler, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They're going option play on 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will make it into the end zone, and Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Locke now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. They'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Locke working out of the gun. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Herbert got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. It's Eckler again. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his crew will take over the football at the 35-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
The Charger drive about to get going, and it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they're behind victory.
And leading here in the 4th. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Locke to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a situation where defensively, Brandon, you're going to be so excited. It's getting late. You've got the lead. No reason to not just pin your ears back and go. Bring the pressure. And here they hit him as he's releasing the football, and that's going to help lead to the interception.
This is a counter play. Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Chargers 34, Broncos 3. Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock able to get this to Gordon. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The ball carrier. The tackle by Kenneth Murray. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Brendan McManus.
Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Eckler. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Bradley Chubb.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And 2. Tonight's final score, Chargers.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So, for the Chargers, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.